Hello guys, how are you doing? Yeah, I'm just doing a video where here's where I am. I'm just at this spa opposite my hotel, just not far from Soy 6. Yeah, basically I'm just doing a video on how westernised it is here now in Thailand. I'm in Pattaya. On the dating apps, in person, in the bars, whatever, they just make you feel unwanted. And I'm a young guy, I'm 32 years old, you know. I first started coming here at the beginning of last year. I've been here 4 or 5 times now. I managed to pass my TFL course, so I'm teaching English out here now. I'm living out here. I came with some savings in June, and I've been to, because I got fed up with Thailand because of how westernised and how I just got a bit sick of it. They had the attitude and that. It's like you can't tell the difference with them compared to the women back home. With some of them, now you can meet nice ones. I'm not saying you can't. But especially the younger ones, the pretty ones, if they're in their early 20s, so westernised. They're on TikTok 24/7, they've got no respect, they're on the phones. I was in a bar once, this was on my last trip to Thailand. One of the girls actually turned my music off. I was playing like Westlife or something, nothing offensive, nothing heavy metal, you know, crazy. Nothing offensive, and she turned it off, and I said, well, what's going on? How come you turned it off? Bearing in mind, this is in the afternoon, I was the only guy in the bar. She went, oh, it's boring. I went, I'm leaving, I'll get my drink and I'm off. She went, no, it's okay, put it back on. I said, no, it's not, it's the fact of the matter is that you thought it was okay to do that. You know, I'm the only customer in here buying drinks and you think it's acceptable to turn my music off. That would never happen 10, 20 years ago. I'm getting sick of it, right? So I thought I would come to, so I thought I'd try Philippines and Cambodia, you know, for a change. But very similar, and I also went to Vietnam as well. I stayed for like a week. Totally westernised. They say this is where I'm sitting, just sitting there. Nice view there, but it's so westernised now. It's so westernised. There's nothing Asian about them. I'll get a match on Tinder, right? And the nice looking girl, and I'll put, hey, how are you? The response will be good. Not good, how are you, just good. Now, you don't get much more westernised than that. I was getting that sort of crap back in England. You know, I always go, I'm 32 years old, I'm not in bad shape, you know, I look okay. I go gym and stuff, go swimming most days. Evenings after work, or if I'm not working, on the weekends I go for a swim, no matter what. Always exercise, keep healthy, keep fit. So there's nothing wrong with me. And I'm young, 32, in shape, and I'm saying this. So what's other guys, you know, they're saying the tourism in Thailand's getting worse, but it's not just Thailand, it's Cambodia, Philippines, it's everywhere now, it's just westernised. Vietnam, Cambodia, Philippines, they're all the same. Did I meet nice women on these trips? Yes. Was they in the 30s and 40s? Yeah. Yeah, 10, 20 years ago you'd come here, especially a 32-year-old man in shape like myself. You don't even have to be, you know, in shape, you could be a fat whale, yeah? You'd come here, you'd be pulling 18, 19-year-olds. Sorry to tell you guys, those days are over. Unless you're mega rich. Unless you're mega rich. So yeah, it's a shame. There's, like I've said to many girls on the dating apps, I'm like, what, good? Is that your response, good? You're showing no, we matched on a dating app, you know. Some of them are just so westernised, no respect. And I thought, Asian girls were meant to be known for, like, you know, being Asian, being nice, attentive, loving and caring, but they make you feel unwanted, just like back home. So yeah, the good old days are long gone. But is it still better than the UK? Of course it is. Of course it's still better. Can you still meet nice girls in the 30s? Yeah, you can. But the days of coming out here and shacking up with a young 20-year-old and, you know, having her rub your back and them coming with cloths and wiping you in the, giving you massages in the bars and stuff, those days are over. You know what, you still get that from the older women, you know. When you go in these bars and it's just older, you're just sitting in for a few quiet beers before you go out. Those girls will do it, because they've still got the old Asian values. But these younger ones, they've got no respect at all, they don't care. They're on TikTok 24/7, and they're basically, and they're asking for Western prices, like, the equivalent to £100 and £150 is what some of them are asking for. You know, sorry to break it to you guys, but the good old days have long gone. But like I say, it's still better out here than it is in England. So at least out here you can still meet a nice, you know, 35-year-old, 30-year-old, you know. Or if you just want to mess around and sleep with girls, then you've got plenty of 30, 40-year-olds that you can sleep with. And if you've got a lot of money, then you can get these nice looking ones. But yeah, it's not what it was. There's nothing, what I've said to a lot of them is, there's nothing Asian about you. Absolutely nothing Asian about you. You are so westernised. So westernised. Some of them are more westernised than the women back in England. No joke. Yeah. What's your thoughts on it? That's my experiences anyway. I've been coming out here since May last year. And I've been here now since June this year, and it's now September. Coming towards the end of September. Like 25th, 26th I think. No, it's not. I'm going to double check what it is, the date on my other phone. It's the 7th of October. Yeah, it's the 7th of October. Yeah. Right. Let me know in the comments what you think. Yeah, and just an update on the on the video. Basically, yeah. I don't know if I mentioned. I think I did. I just watched the video back just to make sure the mic were working. Like, you get a match on Tinder, and I will put, "Hey, how are you?" and their response will be good. Good. Not, "I'm good, thanks, how are you?" Just good. So westernised. That's not on, is it? And that's from a Asian Thai woman in Thailand. You'd expect that in England, but you expect it here now. Trust me. They're so westernised. So westernised. Unless you're filthy rich, the younger ones aren't interested. Or unless you've got lots of followers on TikTok or Instagram. That's what it's all about now. It's all about your followers. So you know, that's all they're interested in. TikTok, YouTube. How many followers have you got? How much money have you? If you got a lot of money as well, obviously a lot of money, yeah. Yeah, it's so westernised, so westernised. They don't give you the care and the respect that they used to. The women, the girls. I used to hear stories 10 about, like my dad and my granddad came here. Things used to be so much better about them. And guys from Jomtien as well, older boys that I spoke to, saying how good it used to be, you know, back then. And how much more respect they had, and they weren't always on the phones. They wasn't turning your music off, you know. It's just a shame. It's just a shame. It's so westernised, so westernised. And I've tried all the other countries as well, and I'm sorry to say this, but they're all the same. They're all the same. The women. No difference, because they're all on the same. They're all watching the same social media. They're all on the TikTok. They're all on Instagram. They're all watching the same stuff. So they're all exactly the same. You cannot tell the difference now between an English girl and an Asian girl, other than their looks. You know, their body language, the way they speak, the way they act, the way they talk, is the same. Unfortunately, unless you want to go with an older woman, 30 up. And even some of them in their 30s are the same with the attitude and stuff. It's shocking, it really is. There's nothing Asian about them. There really isn't. It's totally westernised. Also, I'll put some clips up. I did take some screenshots over the past few months of some of the responses from girls that I've had. I know I took some screenshots, so I'll put them in. I'll put them at the end of the video, just so you can see some of the responses I got and some of the conversations I've had with some of these Asian women on these dating apps. Bearing in mind that these are dating apps, you know. It's absolutely disgusting, westernised down to its core. Nothing Asian about them, unfortunately.